Perhaps because of weaknesses in one level of whatever issues within the executive, you will have a judiciary, what is called judiciocracy, that is beginning to take advantage of those weaknesses and therefore encroach on the executive powers. To be specific on the issue of Judge Valley, Section 91.2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa gives powers to the President of the Republic to appoint a deputy president, to appoint the ministers and deputy ministers, give them function and roles. As well, he may dismiss them. That is a political function given, derives from the Constitution. So therefore, that's why it is not explained. Even when the president reshuffles, there's no criteria or a requirement that anybody who must appointed in this portfolio must have the following requirements. And therefore, that decision is not explained even to you when you are removed. It's not explained to you because there may be political reasons why you are removed. It does not mean you have done anything wrong. The reasons themselves are sufficient. They are political reasons. That is the judge essentially relied on political public discourse. He says, among others, the decision to reshuffle and remove two people. Remember, the reshuffling was not only about two people. There's a range of people who are removed. It's more than two. Specifically, he relies on two people, and he's not asking about other people who were removed as well. Quite interesting, because the judge, independent, would have asked those questions. So all what we ask, we question about judicial overreach, because our view is that judiciary itself must defend its independence. And we think this, among others, this judgment and its reasoning of Judge Valley, it does worry us because it does set a dangerous precedence. It means the president, one way or another, it's not only about President Zuma, it's about many presidents to come.
The office of the president.
The office of the president, who may not be able to take any decision because it actually endorses and affirms core governance. That any president who wants to take any decision relating to appointment must co-govern with the opposition. It's not created for in the Constitution.
How would you describe the relationship between the judiciary and the executive right now? And there's this belief that the country is, or there's an attempt to try and run the country through the courts. Your views?
No, we have seen those attempts, and those attempts, among others, emanate, among others, on issues perhaps from within the government and an executive, not to exercise what is expected in terms of executive function. It does not mean necessarily the judiciary, therefore, it has got every right in terms of the Constitution to take over. But what we think we must do is that they must respect each other's independent function. And I think the judiciary, and the court in particular, as final arbiters, must play their part. But this value judgment is a clear example, it's extraordinary example of what it means about judicial overreach. And I think it's important that it must be reviewed, it must be appealed, because if it's left as it is, it will remain a precedence.